welcome to the Tavern Chat Podcast. I'm your host, Eric Tenkar, your bartender in the OSR, your main proprietor at the Tenkar's Tavern blog, Discord server, MeWe group, Facebook group, Twittering, and Instagram. So, apparently, Gail Gygax went on a bit of a Facebook rant on Luke Gygax's thread, giving people a heads up that Gail is having Paul Stromberg auction off a bunch of Dungeons & Dragons art from the D&D cartoon cells. Now, I'm going to point something out early on. There's 80 plus cells being auctioned off. They're probably going to get at least $500 a pop, maybe $1,000. So if this auction raises $50,000 and Gail claims that the physical worth of her inheritance from Gary, the trust, is worth less than 50, as we will hear later in this, it already means that she has been less than truthful. Now, maybe that was only trying to trick Uncle Sam, but I don't know. Now, it is very disjointed what she says, and needless to say, I am blocked by Gail on Facebook. So, quick catch up here. Just so you all know, there's no longer a Gygax Memorial Fund website. The Gygax Memorial Fund itself on Facebook hasn't had an updated post in over 2 years. Okay, but this is mostly dealing with the trust. Well, actually, it's dealing with the will. And I was surprised in reading some of this. That she is, well, here's what it comes down to, and I'll probably, apparently, there was never a will filed. Gail claimed that even though apparently she was sent the will by a lawyer, that Gary had never written a will. So the will that has come up is the only will. There was never a will filed previously. And the will in question, the will that has been filed now, leaves most of the stuff in Gail's hands anyway. However, upon her passing, the IP, the legacy, goes to the children. As she's having it, as it's under the trust, upon her passing, it would go, she would leave it to her sister. But that apparently is not what the will says. And I thought that there was a second will. No, this is the only will. And, well, Gail talks in a lot of half-truths in this thing. Like I said, there's a lot going on. A lot of personal information that she throws out. I'm not going to stress the personal information. She talks about Gary Kahn. She talks about the Memorial Fund. She's talking about Paul Stromberg is now apparently running the fund. Or at least running the memorial. Organizing the memorial. And he's going to be raising money through the selling of bricks. She's talked about these bricks for the last 3 or 4 years. No. She hasn't sold any bricks. She hasn't talked about bricks. She hasn't talked about the fund in 2 years on the fund's own Facebook page. And the fund's actual page is dead. There's no way for the fund to raise money. So she's full of shit when it comes to that. But I wanted to address some things here. She says that Luke sued her. Well, here's the thing. She says that she offered Gygax magazine, for those of you who remember Gygax magazine, with the new TSR, a $1 license. Luke and Ernie basically said, I forced them out of the new TSR. What? Not true. Please ask them again. Please ask them for the truth. All right, Gail, I will give you the truth as it was explained to me. Not by Ernie, not by Luke, but other people that were affiliated with the magazine, possibly Tim Kask, is that you wanted, under this license, for anybody who stayed with the new TSR and stayed with Gygax magazine to sign, I guess, legal paperwork. I'm going to call it a non-disparaging agreement, that they would not say anything negative about you, in public or private, online, by written word, in or spoken word, anywhere. And those with conscience said, go fuck yourself. Oh, by the way, and those that did sign this, the requirement was that it was going to be a non-disclosure agreement. So if they signed this, they couldn't speak about the fact that the reason why they're no longer talking negatively about you or talking the truth about you is because they signed this agreement. So yeah, your $1, you're leaving shit out, okay? You're leaving shit out. Now, what else do we have from Gail? I asked you to develop works with me. You declined. You sued me in federal court for 2.5 years. By the way, if you read this, you can tell that she was very emotional, very upset. Typos, misspellings, bizarreness, disjointed thoughts. It's not good. A lot of this is personal stuff. So, what else? What else is relevant here? Well, like I said, it's relevant that she hid the fact that there was a will, and apparently, the children, including Alex, didn't want to cause issues. Now that she's out now, and by the way, what's being sold now through Paul Stromberg is not the first part of Gary's estate or his trust. The physical property that's been sold. He has sold more. He has sold other stuff for Gail. Okay. She's also claiming that she wants them to justify the use of Gary's name for Gary Kahn, because apparently it being his father is certainly not enough. Then, of course, she even throws 10 Cars Tavern into the mix. I'm just trying to get to that point. There's so much of this shit. She here, from Luke, you trademarked the name Gygax and forced a confrontation over Gygax magazine. And once you started threatening to sue me regularly, I really didn't think we were on good terms. That has gone on for about a decade. And then he talks about her accusing him of his parenting. Your own words and actions show everyone who you are. It speaks for itself. I don't speak of you much at all, and rarely in public. And I'd rather you. I ask that you show me where I have said these things publicly. And again, the matter at hand in court is the fact that you have failed to file probate. Follow that, folks. And claim there was no will when you and Alex were witnesses to it, and it was sent to you from his lawyer upon his death. And further, you claim the estate was worth less than $50,000. Those are facts, and why I'm seeking justice from the court. Holy shitski. That's how my mother would say it. Holy shitski. Now, she's like, now this whole paragraph is virtually in caps. You attack me in public. I am Gary Gygax's widow. When I speak up in my defense, you attack me again. Please, all women in gaming, please see what is happening here. I'll be writing about my treatment by Luke. Send 10 Cars Tavern. It's time to stop bullying. I've been afraid to go leave my home. The police have chosen on their own to protect my home during past Gary Cons due to threats from Luke's friends. Now, I'd like to hear about these threats. Because she's claimed that apparently I was a threat at one of these Gary Con dinners, and she didn't go because she was told that I was going to be there. I've never gone to any specially invited event at Gary Con. Hasn't happened. Okay? Especially the year in question was my first year there. I didn't know anybody except for a few guys from the Frog God Games. she has problems. And then she talks about Paul Stromberg, and we will be selling bricks to support this effort for the best monument to last 200 years. I don't know what else to say. Folks, if you are supporting Paul Stromberg and his auctions for Gary stuff, shame on you. Shame. Yeah, I know. I'll never get another chance to get this stuff. So what? So what? Paul's in it for the money. I don't know the man personally, but I can pretty well be damn sure he's not going to be going back to GaryCon anytime soon. He's burned that bridge. And Gail is not the poor widow that she claims to be, because she's been selling off products from Gary's collection for years through Paul. Folks, it's dirty business. And it's even dirty when it all gets aired out and then some. And it's all up on Facebook. Somebody has to send me some screenshots because Gail has me blocked, but that's okay. Folks, as always, maintain your social distancing, 6 feet. Wash your hands, 20 seconds. Cover your face, cover your nose. Wear a mask. Stay safe, be well, God bless. Roll those dice. And I will talk with you all tomorrow. Later, folks.